Super early start here in Dubai at the airport. I'm excited because I'm returning to an amazing place, somewhere that, to be honest, I had no idea about growing up, especially in the US. It's just a place that really never even heard of. So, you know, the fact that I get to go back now, share more, get to show the experience, I'm excited. I think there's going to be some cool things to come to really just show the beauty of this place. So once we land, let's check it out. Now it's about time to board a flight, hopefully get a little bit of rest because I'm tired. Just landed, super excited to be back. To be honest, as an American, it's somewhere that I had no idea even existed when I was growing up. But it's my second time being here and I really look forward to showing it off, all the amazing things. Let's see what we can find here in Lebanon and explore all the beautiful things that it has to offer. So many different cultures here, so many different foods, languages spoken. It's really an amazing place, so let's go check it out.
Good job, guys!
Made it to Beirut, Lebanon. We are here to really explore everything that it has to offer. All the beautiful sights, sounds, smells, tastes. The culture here is amazing. People speak so many different languages. A lot of people in Beirut, they grow up speaking even a minimum of 3 languages. Many people will speak not only Arabic, but French, English even, depending on if you had to move here from a different country. Many Armenians, Syrians, they might speak even more languages. Turkish, who knows what. There's a really cool mix and blend of cultures from all over the world, all over the region, what makes it pretty special. It's chaotic, it's beautiful, the weather here is amazing, and year-round even. Right now it's winter time, it's December, it's about 60 degrees, follow the Fahrenheit, or I think 15, 16 degrees Celsius right now. Beautiful place, beautiful weather. Love this neighborhood. Gemmayze, I'm in right now. It's a really nice place to explore, get some food, sit down for a coffee, whatever you need to do. Let's see what's next. We're gonna go find some lunch soon and we'll check it out. We're entering the Gemmayze area, which is awesome, full of restaurants, nightlife, but an example of a place that is struggling to come back a little bit. They haven't fully rebuilt after the explosion. Some places just completely abandoned, still full of life. It's a place visited many times in my 2 trips here to Beirut, and certainly worth a visit from anybody because, like I said, good food, nightlife. It's a nice lawn strip to just walk up and down. So there's a lot here. Let's go explore it. Living in Dubai, I noticed that sure there were a few brands that I've heard of before from being here in Lebanon, but here's 2 more in the Barn and Coakley, and we just passed Salata down the street. It amazes me that almost the entire city is Lebanese owned, it seems, in Dubai, because it's just brand after brand that you will see here in Lebanon that I had no idea, you know, were actually Lebanese brands, but they're everywhere. Everything is Lebanese in Dubai. Just across the highway from the massive explosion in 2020, and this gas station here is still completely destroyed, and they haven't even cleared it yet in these 3 years. And I don't know if it's meant as a symbol of what's happened or it's just a bad memory, but you know, it's still here, it still remains, and you know, I guess that's fitting for what Beirut is, because you have construction on the other side of the street, and yet you still have this destruction. You've got the old buildings, you've got brand new buildings being built all together in one place, and you know, it kind of is what Beirut's all about. You've got the old, the new, plus the sad reminders of all the hard times that have been here too. And to me, anyway, what Beirut is. Hopefully, amazing things to come as things are getting slowly rebuilt. You know, let's see, the next time I visit, I hope to see even better. So there's multiple crazy things happening right now. One, I'm on the sidewalk, right on the highway. It's just one of the crazier bits of being in Beirut. There's a guy on a bike on the highway, by the way. We are also, on a heavier note, we are just across from the site of the explosion in 2020. You can see the sculpture that is there, plus the giant silos that have exploded. Pretty insane to see it up close, the destruction that's happened. And just across the street, we have a huge portion of the city that was affected. But that's what Beirut is like. So much that needs fixing, so much that's going right, so much that's going wrong. Always have that contrast here. But this is Lebanon. It's one of the things that makes it amazing. Part of what people love about it, part of what people hate about it. One of the wild parts about driving in Beirut is that the main highway is just right on the street. And so as we pull into the shop here, you can see we're just driving right along the highway and then boom, right into the shop. So pretty crazy, kind of dangerous sometimes, but all part of the fun here in Beirut. We're at the Aïshti Mall. It's a luxury mall here. The nicest draw is this outdoor space. You can walk around right on the water. You got views of downtown. It's quite nice. The waves are splashing up even. It's a cool place to be. Last time I was here, there was a nice sunset. It's a good spot. I like it. The waves are really big. So they're high.
Joe, what do you think?
It's great.
Show them the view.
We're here in Broummana, which is one of the little mountain village towns near Beirut. It's got this amazing view, just like 10 minutes, 15 minutes up from Beirut. Drive up and you're at the top of a mountain, and it's really far down the hills to get up here. Pretty crazy. They just go up and up and up and wind back and forth, and finally you make it up here and you get this amazing view over Beirut, which is quite incredible. And the little town itself is nice. These old buildings made of old brick. There's like little pubs and restaurants, even a gym here. So it's a really cool town. Let's go explore some more, find out what else is next. We're up near the top of Broummana, mountain town outside of Beirut, overlooking the city. It's blocked a bit by the buildings and trees, but another fabulous view here. Honestly, it is just amazing being up in the mountains. It's this type of view and this type of nature that I really miss personally. Not something I get to have every day in my life in Dubai, but certainly a cool spot. Definitely worth checking out. Just walking through the town, taking in the nice mountain air. It's quite a feeling and something I really enjoy. Really part of my whole trip so far. The thing I've enjoyed the most is just getting to be outside, because beautiful place, of course, amazing views, but to be in such fabulous weather and get to experience just all the new things and sights, that's what's important to me. You know, I just want to take it all in and see everything that I can see. And when you have views like this, you know, you really just can't beat that. And so Yet another reason why Lebanon is absolutely beautiful, quite possibly one of the most beautiful places I've ever visited. And hopefully you all can check it out too soon. One of the hard parts for the people in Lebanon is the fact that the government has just completely destroyed this place as far as an economy and infrastructure, really. The inflation is just absolutely insane. It's about over 200% right now from what I've read, and it just kind of fluctuates up and down from there. But I'm holding right now about 2 million in Lebanese dollars, and so this really is only about, I think, maybe $20. And when I exchanged money, I gave $200 and received about 17,600,000. That right now being $200, I was told it used to be about $10,000. So imagine holding like this huge stack of money, 10,000 US dollars in your hand, but now there's just $200. So you've heard the crazy stories, people robbing banks to try to just get their money for medical expenses and things like that. And you know, that's just how hard it's been for people, like to have this much money, but really I'm just holding like $20, even though it's millions. And that's one of the crazy parts about being here. So, you have this massive bankroll walking around in your pocket at all times. And at least since my last trip here, things have changed. They've actually started accepting US dollars. So you could get away with sending US dollars if you'd like. So it's a little bit easier. Not everywhere, of course, is going to accept that. We've made it to Zaitunay Bay in Beirut, next to downtown. Another great spot for a sunset. It's a nice place for lots of restaurants. There's art galleries, cafes, places to sit. Definitely a cool spot. Right on the water even. You have a marina here full of boats. Lots and lots of restaurants for sure, like I said. So definitely a cool spot to sit. One of the art galleries even was all Armenian artists. A lot of cool artworks there that you could buy. Nice to support a culture like that that's, you know, in a different country. Armenians all over the world, and they find a way to thrive in other countries and, you know, have support to artists all over the world. Another beautiful spot, especially at sunset, definitely worth checking out. Highly, highly recommend you coming out to Zaitunay Bay if you ever are in Lebanon. The sunset in Beirut is always nice. Being right on the water, it's quite good. No clouds tonight, so it didn't make it extra special, but certainly worth being on the water just to check it out. It's a beautiful night out, a good spot for a sunset here at Zaitunay Bay. Last time we just walked. It was a quick trip. It was nice. They had a little Christmas thing set up with these arches that you could walk through, take some photos. But that was it. Just a quick walk.
This time what I enjoyed the most, that we got to explore like an Armenian art gallery. And the best part is that it's already sold out. Like they sold most of the artworks yesterday, but they still had pretty cool collection in the store, right?
They did. There's some really good ones. Bigger pieces, they said, but all really nice. Some good artists. And we got some big boats here. Wow. It was a good day. Breakfast was a nice buffet. And then we drove up into the mountains, see above it all, even the smog from the city, you could tell that you're above it. So it was a nice fresh place, of course beautiful views as always. Just nice to be there and walk around, and then going down into the city and downtown and just walking in the streets is always a cool thing here, cool thing to see. And then finishing with the sunset at Zaitunay Bay. Everything's nice, I say that a lot, but quite cool. And now we're finishing off at a very nice hotel for a drink, Hotel Albergo. Place is lit up well, landscaped really well, pretty cool place.
Which one was your favorite though?
I can't choose a favorite, to be honest. I just like being outside here. I keep saying that just because the weather's so beautiful right now. If I just have to pick, it's anywhere to be outside, but I suppose the mountain views, just because I don't get that very often, I'll have to go with that. The beautiful Raouche Rock. It's also called Pigeon Rock. Amazing cliffside space. You can hear the waves from way up here. We just had lunch. So cool to see cliffside restaurants and hotels here. The beach looks incredible down there. And the rocks themselves are quite cool. You can take a boat all around and walk down all the way to the water, but what a beautiful place. You'll even see airplanes fly by. We're not far from the airport. They just fly right over these rocks and then go land down on the coast. It's an awesome spot to view. You definitely have to come visit this. It is so beautiful. One day I'll have to be back for a sunset here. I'm sure the view is incredible. Yet another amazing, beautiful space in Lebanon. This country just continues to impress. So beautiful. Always incredible views no matter where you go. Mountains, coasts, even in the city. Awesome places to see. Such a beautiful country.
Do you love it?
I love Beirut. We're here in another amazing spot in Beirut. Downtown Beirut is the Souks. The Christmas spirit is alive and well here. Lots of really nice shops still going here. The sad part though is with all of the hardships they've had in the city, many places are still closed down, but lots of things going strong, alive and well here. Like I said, the Christmas spirit is going strong. As you can see, everything's all lit up for Christmas still. Lots of people walking around in certain spots. Cafes, restaurants, lots of shops open. Lots of people shopping. Good time to be here. Again, beautiful weather. Just really fantastic place to be at night just because it is so good outside, and definitely burning off a little bit of some of those calories from the day after all the eating. So there you have it. It's just another awesome spot here in Beirut. Worth checking out. The Beirut Souks downtown. Come for the Christmas lights, come for the food, come for the shopping. We're here at the downtown Souks, outside mall basically. You can walk around, have a great time. Outside the famous I Love Beirut sign. Personally, I love Beirut, so you need to come and check this place out. This really old, I don't know how many centuries old house, right in the middle of downtown, right next to the mall. The shops are slowly and slowly returning after being shut down after the big blast, all the crises that have happened here economically. Lots of places that you can come visit. It's got a different vibe right now during the day, but at night, totally different vibe with the Christmas market and everything. You've got the old house here, centuries old. Definitely a nice place to visit if you're gonna come by. If you need to shop, there are shops open. Not quite what it used to be. Again, one day it's all gonna return to the beautiful place that it's always been. It is a place that I always enjoy coming to. Like I said, hopefully a place that you wanna come check out as well. We're here in downtown Beirut, outside the Mohammed Al-Amin Mosque. It's a beautiful mosque. Interesting thing about just Lebanon in general is that right behind it you also have a cathedral, if you can see it in the background. So always a mix of cultures, religions in the region here, whether it's Muslim, Christian, people live here together. Okay, it's a gorgeous downtown as always. And outside this mosque, in the distance, is the harbor, mountains in the background. Still lots being reconstructed, of course, not far from the blast site of 2020. Definitely a beautiful spot. Like I said, there's all kinds of people living together here, different cultures, religions, languages, and gorgeous views of the background with the mosque. So definitely a cool place to explore. There's more to come. Lots of ruins over here too from Roman times, right downtown even. So quite cool to have all of these things just right here in the middle of Beirut. Just outside the mosque and the cathedral, you have some of the old ruins dating back centuries and centuries. Quite cool. The whole city is just built right on top of it. You get to experience the city when underneath it is something centuries and centuries old. So pretty fantastic. And as always, a beautiful day here in Beirut. We entered an area downtown that's closed off except for tourists. You see a really old mosque here, just empty streets, even parts that are still yet to be rebuilt. Restaurants, cafes, shops. Used to be absolutely booming. Couldn't even find a seat here back in the day. But now the streets are just empty as it's just waiting to come back. And it really is an awesome spot. There's a cool old clock tower up ahead outside the parliament. So let's go see what we can find here. We reach the back side of the mosque. You can see the church up ahead. And here is the famous clock tower outside of Parliament. Beautiful square. Still just waiting and waiting for everyone to come back, fill it back up with life. It's an awesome spot. I mean, I would really look forward to seeing the day when this all returns back to how it used to be, because it really is a beautiful sight with all the buildings. I love the colors of them, all made out of huge stones and brick streets. It's a really cool spot. This is Saifi Village. It's a beautiful place in Beirut, a bit fancier than other parts of Beirut. It's certainly a city of kind of have and have-nots, where you have some really nicer areas full of people that are clearly with a lot of money. You'll see some really nice cars rolling up and down the streets. Other areas of Beirut, of course, missing a lot of poor people. Even a lot of people out on the streets begging, unfortunately. But like most cities, you see this everywhere. There's people that do have a lot, there's people that don't. This is an area definitely that is quite nice, with a lot of cool things. A place I've enjoyed visiting for sure. I mean, they have really nice restaurants, nice cafes, it's been good. Fancy cars here is crazy. Range Rovers, Porsches, Maseratis, Jaguars. Everybody out for a drink.
Today is his last day in Beirut, so we wanted to start our Beirut Street, Saifi Village, and we are back to the back burner. I think this is our third time.
It's just absolutely gorgeous. This is in the Saifi Village. It's a beautiful spot, kind of old-time feeling, like you're in Europe or something. And this used to be known as like a Paris or Switzerland of the Middle East, and you can see why in certain places it's still beautiful. Some, of course, still needs to be built back up. This particular piece of Beirut has, remained and been fantastic so far. When it comes to safety and being here in Lebanon and Beirut, there have been no problems. It's been perfectly safe. I've never once felt as if there was going to be any sort of issues. There's really just nothing to worry about right now, even though there's the conflict with Israel and the South right now. There are things happening, but that doesn't come up this way, at least just not yet. And hopefully that remains to be the case, because this place doesn't deserve any more issues and any more problems than it's already had in the past. And as things continue, I certainly hope that it remains that way, because being my second time here in Lebanon and Beirut, I want it to thrive. And for the most part, it seems to be. At least people are, maybe not thriving, but at least dealing just fine with what they're given. The inflation is horrible. Parts of the city still need to be rebuilt. There's still no government, fully functioning. There's a lot wrong, but there's a whole lot right here. It's fantastic, it's beautiful, it's amazing. The food, my goodness, we'll be talking more and more about the food later, I suppose, but you really just can't beat the time we've had here. And I can't wait to come back. There's so much more to explore here in Lebanon. For that part, I'm definitely excited. There's many more things up in the mountains, ancient Roman ruins that I need to see. Many of the cities I didn't visit, Tripoli, so many things that are still to come, and I'm definitely excited for it. Can't wait to be back in Lebanon. So here's to the next one. Keep exploring, and let's see what other paths we can find out there around the world.